Hey, it's Josh or Neon Ghost, and in today's video I'm going to give a quick rundown of my trip to Japan and sort of the game hunting that I did there. So if you know, a few months ago I got back from Japan. I was there for about 2 weeks. Most of the trip we spent in Tokyo, with a few days spent in Osaka. Now the original video I uploaded on this, I wasn't too happy with it, mainly because my filming, I panned through the games quite fast, just because I felt a little awkward filming in public. And while I was editing it, it didn't really occur to me that I could slow down the footage a bit. But instead of deleting the video and then re-editing it, I decided to just create a new video using that same footage, and that way it's different but the same in a way. So I'm just going to go over the trip itself and commentate a little bit. Yeah. So once we got to Japan, obviously we were staying in Tokyo first. The hotel we stayed at was in the Komedo area, which is a really nice area. It's quiet, not a lot of tourists around, and it's very more residential, I would say, compared to like more closer to the center of Tokyo. And one of the greatest things about this hotel was it was so close to a Lawson's. Genuinely right across the hotel was Lawson's. And if you know anything about Japan and their convenience stores, you know why this is such a good thing. So I just absolutely loved it in there. Yeah. So the first full day there, this was before any game hunting was officially happening. We took a walk around the area just to see what there was. And about 10-minute walk from the hotel was a gaming store. Well, more of a second-hand store. So bottom floor was like games and figures and all that. And top floor was like manga and DVDs. Anyway, we looked in the store, and to my surprise, they were selling like PS3 game, PS2, because I was under the impression it was just like a modern gaming store, so they were only selling next-gen consoles and stuff like that. But no, they had a bunch of retro stuff, so that was really cool, and it was so close to the hotel as well, which just made it even better. So I actually picked up quite a few things from this store, so I'll quickly just show them off now. So I got these two PSP games. This one here, which I believe translates to the God of Fashion. I still have no idea what the heck this game even is, obviously because I don't speak or read Japanese. So if you know anything about this, please let me know. And the next PSP game I got was the Third Birthday. Know a bit more about this one. I believe it's connected to Parasite Eve. But either way, I'd seen gameplay of this and I thought, well, I gotta pick it up. And so I did. Next up is Biohazard 2. So Resident Evil 2. I just wanted this for the sake of having a Japan version of the game. Because I love the artwork on it. And I just really like the fact that it's called Biohazard. And I think them having different names depending what country you're in, I think is really cool. So yeah, Biohazard 2. And then of course Parasite Eve. Again, I knew stuff about this game. This is like a turn-based horror game. I think this is underrated. Honestly, I have no idea, but I've seen bits and pieces of gameplay, and so I thought, I had to pick it up. We've got the Biohazard Revival Selection. So basically, this is a Japan exclusive, I believe. I could be wrong, but essentially, it's just Code Veronica X and Resident Evil 4 ported onto the PlayStation 3. And the only reason I got this is because I believe that the only way to play these games on the PlayStation 3 is with this, which is an exclusive to Japan. So for that sake alone, I thought it'd make a cool collector's item. And the last thing I got was Mario Golf 64, only because my brother and I used to rent this game when we were kids. But the box version is quite expensive in Australia. It's about like $250 on eBay, which is ridiculous. So I saw a box version there, and I don't really mind it being the Japanese version, because either way it was going to be a display game anyway. But this is only about like $20 Australian, which is crazy. So yeah, Mario Golf 64. So the first official game hunting day started when we went to Akihabara, which happened pretty early in our trip. I think second full day. So there were multiple stores that we looked at. Akihabara is pretty known for having a lot of these retro stores, a lot of second-hand stores, a lot of game stores. So if you're game hunting, that's sort of the ideal place where you want to start, which is of course why I did. All these locations I found through watching YouTube videos, and I just saved them. That way, you know, we could just put it into Google Maps and walk there without any trouble. So the first store we stopped at was Super Potato, which is quite a cool little store. I really had a lot of really cool things in there. One of those being Silent Hill 2, which was one of like the top things that I spotted right away. So that was really cool getting that, because obviously that's a game that I've been after. And I couldn't say no to it because it is much cheaper getting the Japanese version of Silent Hill 2 than it is getting the English one. But as I learned, that's pretty much the case with any game in Japan. So yeah, the majority of the day in Akihabara was just going around to different gaming stores. Also Super Potato, Trader 2, because they're the same name. I can't remember where else we went to. I think it was just those stores. And then we got some food. And I think that might have been it. Anyway, I did pick up a few things from Akihabara because I had to, of course. Now, one of these things I did pick up the second time we went to Akihabara. I'm going to show it anyway, just because all of these collectively were bought in the same place. First up is Toradora on the PSP. Toradora is an anime that I really love. It's a slice of life genre anime. So if that's sort of your thing, check it out because it's really good. Next up is Dino Crisis 1. Dino Crisis 2 was also there, but I'm not overly familiar with this franchise. To be honest, I haven't really watched a ton of gameplay of this game. All I know is that it's Resident Evil, but with dinosaurs. So that's pretty cool. Of course, Silent Hill 2, could not say no to getting this. I was so excited that I saw it there. But yeah, Silent Hill 2. And then we have Forbidden Siren 1. So that's a pretty cool pickup as well. Also, that's connected to Siren Blood Curse. If you know, I have that on PS3. And I've actually made a gameplay video of Siren Blood Curse, so check that out. Overall, Akihabara was really cool. A lot of cool games and just tech there in general. I was going to go get Silent Hill 3 and 4. But by the time I decided on getting them, someone had already bought them. So I was kind of bummed out about that. Which is why I ended up getting Forbidden Siren instead. But that's okay, because that's also a good game. So after that, we spent a few more days in Tokyo. I got to go to Tokyo Tower, and not only go to Tokyo Tower, but go up Tokyo Tower as well. And the views from there were actually pretty cool. Despite the fact I'm not a fan of heights, it was just one of those things where I thought, I had to go up there. Because where else, whenever am I going to go to Tokyo Tower in Australia? Never. But yeah, the views were really beautiful, and the city just goes on and on. Like, it's just incredible how massive Tokyo is. Like, just endless buildings, but such a cool sight to see. And of course, during our time in Tokyo, I did go to that Lawson's so often that was across from the hotel, just because I really love the food there. Like, it's cheap, it's nice, and it was just such a cool thing to be able to just shop there. Like, you just go down the elevator, exit the lobby, and there it is, and it's really cool. So I'm going to quickly flash back to myself in Japan, filming my sort of food, dinner, snack haul thing. Yeah. Alright, so here we are back in the hotel. It's actually the following night. I was going to record last night when we got back from Akihabara, but I was just a bit too tired, and honestly, just tired. There is a convenience store just sort of across from the hotel. It's called Lawson's, and definitely gotten pretty addicted to going there. So this is basically my dinner. So I got a teriyaki chicken and vegetables sandwich. Love their sandwiches. I got this essentially just chicken with rice. Had this before, still really nice. Nothing too fancy, but it's good. And then for dessert, I got a bunch of these like chocolate eclair things. And of course, I got my go-to iced coffee here. This is the first one that I tried when I got to Japan, and so far it is still my favorite. So I'm gonna enjoy all that. I know I had some pretty great picks because they were specifically picked for me. So yeah, it was now time to go to Osaka. Osaka was nice. It was quiet. It felt a lot smaller, like in terms of just the buildings and all that. But we spent a few days there, and of course we got up to a few things. So I went and saw Osaka Castle, and I actually got to go in there, so that was really cool. Of course, I went to Nintendo World. How could I not? If you don't know, Nintendo World is at Universal Studios. So I went on the Jaws ride. I went on a roller coaster. I didn't have any pictures of the roller coaster. And then of course, like I said before, Nintendo World, which was really cool to see in person. Did a Mario Kart ride there, and that was pretty sick. And of course went to Kyoto, looked at some temples. So that was cool. It was packed though. I'm not a huge fan of big tourist spots just because of the crowds, but I thought, I had to go there while we were there. And of course, we went to that one popular bridge spot in Osaka, and that was just incredibly beautiful to see. I love all the neon signs, and the buildings were huge. It was just, because I'd seen that area so much in YouTube videos and in movies and documentaries. So actually getting to be there was really cool, and I just absolutely love that spot. One of the highlights of Osaka for me, to be honest. Even better than Universal, but that's just me. Overall, our time in Osaka was pretty short and pretty chill. For the most part, I think that portion of the trip we sort of spent mostly relaxing. But of course, I did go out and look at some of the game stores because I had to. And some cool stuff there. A lot of the game stores had a lot of very cool, very rare stuff. There was another Super Potato store there, which I didn't even know there was a second one. And I know what you're thinking, why is it called Super Potato if it's a gaming store? Couldn't tell you, but I never want them to change that name. And of course, I did pick up two things in Osaka, those being Silent Hill Downpour for the PlayStation 3. Not really sure why I bought this one, to be honest. I ended up buying the English version anyway, but I don't know, at the time I just thought I had to get it. So yeah, Silent Hill Downpour, and then Silent Hill Shattered Memories for the PSP. They also had the PS2 version there as well. Both of them are incredibly rare to find and hard to get. So I couldn't pass up the opportunity on getting them. But I was leaning towards the PSP version, mainly because I wanted another Silent Hill handheld game, as well as the fact it was cheaper. So yeah. And then yeah, after Osaka, we went back to Tokyo for the last few days. looked around a bit more. I did buy a couple of other things which I've already shown. What else did I buy? Oh gosh, I'm actually forgetting one thing. So Resident Evil 4 on the Gamecube was the last thing that I actually bought in terms of games. And I bought this at that game store that was near the hotel. Only because I really like how they package their Gamecube games. It's very different from how I'm used to it. And I thought, if I'm going to get one, might as well get Resident Evil 4 because it looks sick. I mean, look at Leon. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that I picked up. Overall, Japan was an incredibly great place to travel to. I had so much fun there. I'm already confirming in my head that I'm going to go there again. I just had such a good time, and there's a lot of things that I didn't do, but I wanted to do. As I was saying, for the last few days, we went to Shibuya again. We actually went to Shinjuku as well. And saw the like giant 3D cat, so that was pretty cool. I got to see the stairs from the film Your Name, which is an anime film. Beautiful film, beautifully animated, beautifully written, and those stairs that I went to are actually in the film. Well, they're heavily based on those stairs. Trying to think of what else I did. Oh yeah, I went to a cafe that inspired the coffee shop in Persona 5, if you've played that. I haven't really played it, but a mate of mine really loves that. And yeah, that's about everything. Anyway, if you liked the video, please leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. I hope this re-edit was better to watch in terms of just editing and how I presented it. I was kind of rambling on about a lot of stuff. I don't know, commentary is not my strong suit. But anyway, I will see you guys in the next video, whenever that is, or what that is. I don't know, I kind of want to do a gameplay video next. Might be like Batman Arkham City or something. Anyway, goodbye.